How's it going, guys? Subscribe, give us a like, and write in the comments below which national team you consider to be the hidden favorites of the World Cup. And while you're typing, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. Atlético Madrid could not win in the fifth match in a row, having 3 defeats and 2 draws. Our goal is to reach the round of 16 of the 2022 World Cup. We are in a difficult situation. We have 2 serious injury blows, N'Golo Kanté and Paul Pogba, Didier Deschamps noted. Nabil Fekir is now thinking about leaving Real Betis. Newcastle were reportedly ready to launch a January transfer window bid for him. Danny Welbeck became the first player to score at Arsenal Emirates Stadium for 4 different clubs. Erling Haaland started learning Spanish in order to improve his working relationship with manager Pep Guardiola. AS informs, Jose Mourinho and Rick Karsdorp have quarreled after the draw against Sassuolo. Jose told the player to look for a new team in January. Manchester United are crazy about signing Benfica midfielder Enzo Fernandez, according to Record. Inter Milan have started working on the transfer of Ruslan Malinovsky, journalist Rudy Galetti notifies. The Wales 26-man squad for Qatar World Cup 2022 has been revealed to the public. 12 players from France's World Cup 2018 squad list will not play at this year's event. N'Golo Kanté, Paul Pogba, Corentin Tolisso, Thomas Lemar, Blaise Matuidi, Steven Nzonzi, Adil Rami, Djibril Sadibé, Samuel Umtiti, and Florian Thauvin. All projected players from France's squad for the FIFA World Cup 2022 in Qatar have become known. Roberto Martinez could take over Everton instead of Frank Lampard, informs Het Belang van Limburg. Ivan Rakitic played his 400th game in the Spanish Championship. He now has 200 appearances for Sevilla and 200 for Barcelona. Former football player Frank Ribery shared his impression of working in the coaching staff of Salernitana. "I've won many trophies, it's true, but I had never played for a side avoiding relegation and it was incredible." The US national team announced the final roster for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. I agree it gets seen as though Vinicius is provocative, but he's also the one who receives the most fouls, the most hits, the most pushes. The reality is different, Ancelotti said. The head coach of Wales will ban Gareth Bale and other footballers from playing golf during the 2022 World Cup. Without a doubt, Ancelotti is the best coach for Real Madrid. He knows our values and knows how to transmit them to the players. This makes him the perfect coach. Tuttosport quotes Florentino Perez as saying, PSG's football advisor Campos has contacted Mikhailo Mudrik's entourage as the Parisians are looking to sign the West kid in the winter. AC Milan will hold talks with Olivier Giroud regarding the extension of his contract after the World Cup tournament, notes Fabrizio Romano. Victor Osimhen has broken the record of being the highest Nigerian scorer in the history of the Italian Serie A with 32 accurate shots. The previous record holder was Nwankwo Kanu. Son Heung-min will play at the 2022 World Cup, despite him having a surgery on the orbital bone. Argentina midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso was ready to travel to the 2022 World Cup injured and continue his treatment at his own expense. Robert Lewandowski could be banned for 3 matches after being sent off during the clash versus Osasuna, Sport S writes. Benzema was and is a set between the class of Zidane and the explosiveness of Ronaldo Nazario. I'm still proud of having hired him, Florentino Perez shared. Switzerland has announced its squad for the 2022 World Cup. Head coach Murat Yakin has chosen 26 footballers for the list. Karim Benzema and Antonio Rudiger did not train ahead of the match against Cadiz, according to Carrusel Deportivo. The clash will take place today. Paul Pogba decided not to have a knee surgery when Juventus doctors advised him to, reports La Gazzetta dello Sport. Former Athletic Bilbao winger Ibai Gomez has decided to retire from professional football at the age of 32. Serge Gnabry became the first Bundesliga player to score a hat-trick this season. Billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Britain's richest man, has rolled himself out of the running to buy Liverpool. Barcelona had their second strongest start in La Liga history, with the Catalans taking 37 points. Only the 2012-13 and 2013-14 campaigns, when the Catalans had 40 points in each year, were better in terms of result. as well as the 2010-11 season with the same 37 points. I don't think Mbappe is what United need. They already have fleety players, Teddy Sheringham believes. Kevin Kelleher has already won more penalty shootouts for Liverpool than any other goalkeeper in the club's history. The win over Derby County in the Carabao Cup has become the fourth time when the Irishman won the shootout. Yesterday we had many intriguing fixtures in the European top 5 leagues. All the latest results are in front of you. Moving on to the main news of the release. Let's have a brief rewind of yesterday's matches. In La Liga, we are to highlight another poor performance by Atlético Madrid. Mallorca beat Simeone's team with 1-0. As for Serie A, we would like to mention Inter's crushing victory over Bologna 6-1. Dimarco's brace, together with goals from Dzeko, Lautaro, Calhanoglu and Gosens got the job done. Meanwhile, in the Bundesliga, among the important events, we've seen the regular victories of RB Leipzig and Bayer. The Bulls beat Freiburg 3-1, while the Black and Reds dealt with Koln 1-2. Next up, the English League Cup, also known as Carabao Cup. Here, Arsenal sensationally lost to Brighton 1-3. Tottenham were weaker than Nottingham Forest 2-0, Liverpool passed Derby County in a penalty shootout, and in the main event of the day, Manchester City slammed Chelsea with 2-0. Mahrez and Alvarez saved the day for the Sky Blues. PSG are studying the possibility of the move for Atletico striker João Felix, who is unhappy with the current status in the Indians' camp, Reliable reports. The Red and Blues are considering whether to make a bid over the 22-year-old footballer already in the winter. Atletico, in turn, are willing to let the Portuguese go, though will demand around 130 million euros for his services. The initiator of Felix's arrival is the football advisor of the French side Luis Campos. Le Parisien adds that the parties could conclude a loan deal. The representatives of Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund held the first round of negotiations regarding the possible transfer of midfielder Jude Bellingham, journalist Mike Keegan notified. These sides are on good terms following the transfer of striker Erling Haaland. Moreover, there are people familiar with the situation from the inside, considering the Citizens to be the next destination for the 19-year-old Englishman. However, it was previously reported that Jude himself allegedly wishes to join Real Madrid, who are also working on taking him aboard. Bayern Munich forward Sadio Mane picked up an injury in the Bundesliga fixture against Werder Bremen. As reported by L'Equipe, the 30-year-old player will not be participating at the Qatar World Cup, which will kick off on November 20th. He has a tendon injury. Unfortunately, the Senegalese is expected to miss several weeks of action. Bayern have confirmed that Mane is injured and will miss the next Bundesliga match week game. The Bavarians also note them being in touch with Senegal Football Association medical staff. Senegal coach Alois Cissé is set to take Mane to the 2022 World Cup, even if he can be available only at the third game of the group stage. Senegal will be playing in Group A with Qatar, Ecuador, and the Netherlands. For the second year in a row, Barcelona and Poland forward Robert Lewandowski won the Golden Boot, the award given for the most goals in a single campaign. Last season, Lewandowski netted 35 goals in 34 Bundesliga appearances for Bayern Munich, getting 70 points. As per Simon Phillips, Christopher Nkunku's move to Chelsea is imminent and only the official announcement remains. The transfer has already been prepared and the Leipzig forward will complete his Stamford Bridge move soon. Nkunku had a release clause of 60 million euros. A number of other clubs were interested in him, but the attacker only wanted a move to Chelsea. As per the new outlet Arabian Business, there are investors in Dubai looking to bid for Liverpool that would be worth $5 billion. This comes soon after FSG released a statement regarding the sale of the club or part of the club. FSG has said before that under the right terms and conditions we would consider new shareholders if it was in the best interests of Liverpool as a club. FSG remains fully committed to the success of Liverpool, both on and off the pitch. James Pearce explained that the owners should be open to both a minority stake or a complete takeover. Folks, check out the suggested video section. The Football News channel was with you. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.